we just got our first real look at Mario Kart World, and let's just say it's a bit different. There's been hundreds of memes and a lot of hate about the price of the game, but today, instead of talking about any of that, I'm going to be rating every single new thing we've seen from worst to best, and hopefully try to pull people from the negative side over to the positive side on this game. And starting off with number 19, we have the coin block item. I just don't see any reason to use this, because every time you hit the block, it spews out coins over the track, which will help other racers. Next up is costume changing, and I just don't know how this will help you. Maybe it gives you some sort of speed buff or something like that, but if it doesn't and it's purely visual, then adding this feature in is literally just a way to complicate the game and help people mix up which character is who. The new glider design is okay. I don't think anybody asked for it, but it doesn't really do anything negative or positive for the game, in my opinion. And it also looks like there's no customizable gliders, because you don't really even have a glider, you just have wings that come out of your kart, so that's why this is pretty low down on the list. Next up is snapshot mode, and the reason this isn't right at the back is because I make YouTube videos and using snapshot mode will be really helpful for making thumbnails. But for anybody else, this would probably go right at the back. Number 15 is the hammer item. I think this is a really unique item because the hammers stay in the ground after you throw them, and you actually have to use skill to try and aim them. The only reason this is near the back is because when you get hit in this game, you actually don't lose that much speed, so hitting somebody won't feel that satisfying. Items now automatically trail behind you, which I think is actually a really good feature, and luckily, if you don't want it, it can also be toggled off in the menu. Bullet bills can also be held behind you for the first time in any Mario Kart game, which I think is a really good thing. And now it's time for what a lot of people are hating on, the new Grand Prix mode. In the new Grand Prix mode, you complete the first course completely normally by doing 3 laps, but then after that, the first 2 laps of each course is going to be spent traveling to that course, and then you get 1 lap actually playing it. And the reason people are annoyed with this is because the first 2 laps are completely straight road with very little turns. And I'm going to be honest, I was really annoyed about this as well, until I realized who actually plays Grand Prix mode. You play it for the first time and then that's it. So we're actually getting more content than normal. And there's also an option to toggle it off, so really nobody should be annoyed about this. I would have put the feather item near the back, but the only reason I'm not is because it looks like there's coin blocks up above that you can actually use the feather item to jump up and hit. It's a small feature, but it will definitely make driving on the tracks a bit more fun. Number 11 is free roam mode. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to use this, but I feel like a lot of speedrunners will, because it will help them find better routes to complete tracks faster, and you can also just explore parts of the course you normally wouldn't be able to if you're in a race. So this is definitely a positive feature, and from here on out, all the things that I talk about are going to be completely positive, no negatives. Starting out in the top 10 is chat mode. Even though this isn't technically a Mario Kart World feature, it is a feature on the new Switch too. And I would have rated this higher, but the only problem is, we also have Discord, which is probably a lot easier to use and is also free. Next up is the ice flower, and I actually haven't seen anybody use this item yet, but I'm guessing it just freezes any player that it hits, and it's an item that I think should have been in a lot more Mario Kart games. It's a pretty well-known power-up, and it would work really well as an item. Next up is the day and night system and the weather system. I don't know whether the track will actually be slippy when it's raining, or if it's purely visual, but either way, this will definitely help make the tracks actually feel different, and since there's only 32 tracks in this game, this will definitely add some sort of variation to them. At number 7 is the Kamek item. Instead of being a playable character, Kamek's an item instead. And it seems like based on the track that he's used in, he does different things. All that I've seen him do is spawn Cheep Cheeps, but I've heard that he can do a lot of other things in the game. Next up is the Mega Mushroom, and I think that this might be one of the most important items to add to this game. Since the tracks in this game are so wide, I feel like an item that can smush everybody would definitely make it a lot more interesting and definitely make it chaotic. And starting off the top 5 is the character roster. I'm gonna be honest, I was not a big fan of it at the start. Like, who wants to play as the dolphin from Dolphin Shoals? But after a while, I actually kind of start to like it now. Since there's 24 players in a race, we need a lot more characters, and adding in some random ones is definitely a good way to fill up the character roster. And it also really helps make this game feel actually different compared to the other Mario Kart games. And at number 4, we have taking control of other vehicles. This is only shown once in the trailer, where you can just drive inside of a truck and start to drive the truck, and I'm guessing smush other players and probably break other parts of the course as well. And maybe there's shortcuts specific to using these trucks or other vehicles, but I don't think this feature has been shown off too much in Nintendo Treehouse. And number 3 is wall riding. This is definitely the feature that I was just so confused at, and I did not really like it at the start. But the more I see it, it actually looks like it might actually control well. You can basically just jump between walls if you trick onto a wall, and it looks like almost every single wall in the game can be driven on. And number 2 is rail riding. Most people are actually more negative about this feature, but I think just jumping between rails, it looks so fun to do, and you can also build up a rainbow mini turbo. For some reason they added that. And if you really don't like the rails, they don't look like they're always the fastest path. A lot of the time it looks like it's faster to actually just drift around corners. And finally, my favorite feature so far in Mario Kart World is the Knockout Tour. And that's probably the most controversial thing I've said in the video. Most people hate the straight ride sections in between courses in Grand Prix mode, and Knockout Tour takes place almost exclusively in those sections. But the reason I think this might actually be fun is because, first of all, there are 24 players. 24 players in general is going to be absolute chaos, but on a straight road it'll be even worse. And I mean that in a good way. Because the pack will probably stick together for almost the entire Knockout Tour, and you'll be constantly green shelled, red shelled, and just hit with completely random items. And the best part will be seeing players being slowly eliminated and moving your way up to first to hopefully be the last one standing. But anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know if I missed any in the comments, and also let me know what your favorite feature in Mario Kart World is so far. But anyways, thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.